Shalom, Israel. We the I.S.U.P.K. started on West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. We aren't affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite groups, none of your Christian churches, none of your Muslim mosques, and definitely none of your sissy Hebrew Israelite Hebrew Israelite groups. Wow. You know what I'm saying? The whole world is about to get together and celebrate this holiday called Easter. Everybody's, I mean, you see the decorations in everybody's doors. You at your slave, they giving out chocolate Easter bunnies, chocolate eggs, you know what I'm saying? But what, and they try to associate it with Christ. But what does it have to do with Christ? What does a bunny have to do with Christ? What does eggs have to do with Christ? What does any of that have to do with the Bible? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with the Bible, because the Christian church is filled with nothing but lies. They what's the word? They deceive our people into believing these things have anything to do with God. Go ahead.
Son, it's crazy because you ever seen they got now Jesus holding the bunny?
We can get into that. We can get into that because I can show you.
It's like a so-called Jesus.
Yeah, the what we say, the Caucasian Jesus, or the so-called Caucasian Jesus, the Caucasian God. That's what we call it, the God of white people. You know what I'm saying? You'll see him holding a bunny somehow, and eggs. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, I can see that picture too. Of that holiday starts from a Babylonian background. And you can go all the way, and it comes all the way, because like the Bible says, there's nothing new under the sun. It goes all the way into today's Easter. You can take it back to the Germanic Empire, the Anglo-Saxons. You can take it back to Rome. You can take it back to Greece, Egypt. All of these other religions had something similar, because what? Just like the title says, these heathens are freaks. They like these freaky holidays. A lot of times, you know what these bunnies and these eggs symbolize? Fertility and procreation. You know what that means? That's a fancy word for sex. Meaning what? They chose these days to have orgies. You know what I'm saying? We went into Christmas on how the mistletoe comes from having an orgy under a damn plant. And they called it an aphrodisiac. So what does that mean? The white man puts it on top of his bed chamber and invites 30 women and 30 men. It might be one woman and 30 men, knowing the damn Edomite, how nasty he is. You know what I'm saying? And that should tell you in itself that it's an evil holiday. When you know the history of these holidays, you wouldn't want to celebrate it as a black man. You know what I'm saying? We bring it out all the time, how black men are naturally more masculine than the so-called oppressor. You know what I'm saying? The oppressor is like the most effeminate man there is, but he'll portray you as a LGBTQ in the movies. He'll portray you as always emotional and crying every scenario in the movies. He's breaking down crying, and then a woman takes action and she's killing a robber or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But in the white man's movies, he's the superhero in every aspect. You know what I'm saying? In reality, he's a coward. Black man, you were the hero in real life. You know what I'm saying? Even though he portrays himself as a hero, you do it every day. You know how you do it every day? You wake up, go to your job, and you provide for that family, even though you are oppressed every damn day. Everybody hates you. Am I telling a lie? Do everybody not have what is it called? Try to denounce the black and Hispanic man every day? There was now a trending topic that black men are the lowest in numbers in college, and they're the dumbest. But half the things we utilize in today's world was created by a black man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Bring out levy because they try to take out Black History Month in these schools.
They try to take out Black History Month from these schools. They try to take out critical race theory. They try to take out all of these things. So you don't know, black man. So that little black boy doesn't know masculinity is cool to it's cool to dwell in masculinity as a black man, Hispanic man, and Native Indian man. There's nothing wrong with your feeling of wanting to be in charge of a relationship. There's nothing wrong to want to be over your woman. But instead, they try to tell you these things. And you know, a lot of times those spirits come from these damn holidays. You know what I'm saying? Valentine's Day, who they say is about? The woman. You know what I'm saying? When you gotta marry a sister, when you gotta marry a woman, what you gotta do? You gotta get on one knee. You know what I'm saying? These things don't come from us. You know what I'm saying? The men are the prize in the black man's culture, because who did the Most High talk to? Who did the Most High deal with? You know what I'm saying? But this nation will have you look at the black man like he's nothing, like he's the bottom of the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here to tell you that the Lord sees you much, much greater than how this heathens and how the world tries to portray you, black man. Black man, you are great. Hispanic man, you are great. Native Indian man, you are great. No other nation of men could be oppressed for 400 plus years. 400 plus years. History erased. Not even know your damn name. And still wake up every day. You know how I know that's true? What did the white man do in the Great Depression when he had the slightest bit of oppression? When he had the slightest bit of poverty? When that market crashed, you know what that white man did? He jumped off the Empire State Building in mass numbers. Suicide was at mass numbers. The white man couldn't deal with living like you. He couldn't deal with having to provide for a family with no money. He couldn't deal with the fact that he had to make lemonade out of pure doo-doo. That's what you do every day. That is what you do every day. And guess what? Here in the I.S.U.P.K, black man, you have a home. You have a home to thrive in, where you don't got to worry about what the world calls you every day. Because in here, you will be acknowledged as great under the Most High in Christ, man. Because that is what you are. You are meant to be rulers on this earth. You ain't meant to be some oppressed slave, man. That is not what your duty is on this earth. That white man is. He is meant to be your servant. You are meant to be his. You aren't supposed to be mopping his floors. You aren't supposed to, your wife isn't supposed to be nursing his children. You know what I'm saying? You are not supposed to be in these situations. You know what I'm saying? Give me Exodus 20:3, and then we're going to go on the holiday of Easter. You know what I'm saying? And this is backed by scriptures. If you think, oh, well, it's for the kids, or it's the laws. Somehow they say it's the laws of the land, or whatever nonsense it is, you're false. Because when you celebrate Easter, you're celebrating another God, which is what? A sin against the Most High. Pull it. Exodus 20:3.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. So
when you celebrate Easter, what are you doing? Oh, it's not celebrate. How do you worship a God? How do you worship them? When you spew these idiotic things out of your mouth, just know you're talking to somebody that actually studies the Bible. You're talking to somebody that actually studies history. You know what I'm saying? And every time you will get cut. Every time. I don't know any man in the UPK that will just sit in a room full of brothers and sisters and let somebody spew nonsense. It's like you get an itch. You just over there. You trying to fight, not correcting them. You over there. They over there talking about, this Easter is going to be great. You over there like this at the family gathering. Like, go ahead.
I don't care. They say I'm going to church.
Nah, yeah, you over there in the chair. The pastor, yeah, like you over there, like you can't help it. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's the spirit. That's the spirit of the Lord, man. Because that's the spirit that the Lord put on the men in the I.S.U.P.K to correct his children. You know what I'm saying? Because the shepherd and the lost sheep, we trying to do our duty. It said the spirit of the prophet is subjected to the prophet. You know what I'm saying? I can't help this. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how much I fight. This cover, this is going to stay with me forever. You know what I'm saying? Read that again from the top.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 3.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above.
Okay. And what else?
Or that is in the earth beneath.
Where's that Easter bunny at? Where's that Easter bunny at? Why do you have the Easter bunny on your door? Why is the eggs on your door? If you don't know, Easter bunny lay eggs in the earth. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Salaki, I said lay eggs. I'm falling for it too. Sheesh. Bunnies don't even lay eggs. I just want you to know that. You know what I'm saying? I almost said the Satan working. He almost got me. You know what I'm saying? The damn bunny doesn't lay eggs. Sheesh. You know what I'm saying? They are mammals. If you know anything about science, mammals do not lay eggs. So where the hell is these eggs coming from? You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get it. Click the link that I sent you. It's Easter, Ishtar, and Ostar or Ostra. And go down to the, I don't even know how many paragraphs, where it says Easter is originally. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right there. You see it?
Is it one of the pictures or is it the link?
It's the link.
Okay.
It says Easter is originally the celebration of Ishtar. It's in quotations. Go ahead.
The historian for what's this?
Atheists.
For the historians for
Atheists. Go ahead.
Easter is originally from celebration of Ishtar. This Assyrian and Babylon goddess of fertility and sex.
Ooh-wee. So you celebrating sex in the church. You freaks. You was a freak, Christian man. Christian sister. Go ahead.
It makes sense. If you don't notice, they got that little painting where everybody had naked.
Yep.
And all across, yeah.
Why you think all them Roman statues? They got David naked. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, your oppressor is obsessed with displaying penises all over his artwork. You know what I'm saying? And you can't question in your mind, like, why the hell the damn angels got to be babies and why they got to be naked? That's not a question in your head when you go to church. You know what I'm saying? But then you curse in church. They be like, oh, watch your mouth now. Watch your mouth. You cursing in the Lord. The Lord's temple is plastered with penises. Your whole church is plastered with penises on the damn what do you call it? Those painted windows. You know what I'm saying? The sunlight, like you got Christ butt naked. So-called Christ, white Christ butt naked in the middle of the church. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church is full of freaks, man. Right. Just like the Muslim mosque. You know what I'm saying? Ramadan was the other, what was it, a couple weeks ago. Now we got Easter. The old, this I said this last time. Ramadan is the new Easter for black folks. Now that everybody going Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Back then, Easter was big. Because I lied now. I forgot. Down south, Christianity still rules. But up in the Northeast, I don't know about the West Coast, Islam rules. So everybody celebrates Ramadan up there, but they treat it, I say this, the same spirit of Easter, because that's when all blacks and Hispanics feel like they put the flyest fits on. You know what I'm saying? Go put that Easter pink on, and all the sisters get dolled up. Just like how brothers and sisters in the church, what do? If you ever grew up in the church, how was church on Easter Sunday? Your mom made sure you had that salmon suit. You know what I'm saying? She had the biggest hat she can wear. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had the biggest hats. Everybody had the flyest, colorful suits. You know what I'm saying? It's the same spirit for both of the holidays. In the Christian church, we're going to break this down, though. The Christian church is serving our people, what do you call it? The nastiest demons you can serve. You know what I'm saying? This whole holiday is backed off of orgies, man. Fertility. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go even deeper, they would have sex around this time, right? And they would have babies. I think it was during the winter solstice. And then they would sacrifice the babies. You know what I'm saying? So when you celebrate these holidays, you are feeding a demon. You are literally feeding a spirit that is evil and against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And that is why the black people, why the black and Hispanics are in such a dire deficit. You know what I'm saying? Because we're celebrating and giving our energy, our spirits to these demons, man, to Satan. When you celebrate these holidays, you serve up your children to these things. You know what I'm saying? What do you expect your children to be when you teach them these holidays? When you teach them Easter? You know what I'm saying? When you teach them Ramadan, all they see is white Jesus on Easter with bunnies. How do you explain that to a child? And then he go to science class. Mammals don't lay eggs. Reptiles lay eggs. And birds lay eggs. And he go to science class. He go, what the hell? Then what's the Easter bunny? You know what I'm saying? I know there's a part where it talks about the origins, but yeah, we can forget. Go pull the first picture up. I think it's the first picture. It's lucky. Allergy season. You see the first picture? Pull that one.
This one, yeah, this one you sent me, right?
Yeah. Yep, you seen it, right? Sheesh.
This is Oster. This is Google. Oster goddesses.
Yep.
Oster, also known as
Ostara.
Ostara, is a Germanic goddess associated with spring, fertility, and the dawn. She is practically known in Anglo-Saxon, an old High German tradition, and is believed to be a namesake of the Christian holy day of Easter.
Keep going. Go to just go to the fertility one.
Fertility. She is often described as a fertility goddess associated with the blossoming of nature and the potential for new life.
Now go to symbolism, yeah. You see it?
Yeah, next one.
Yeah.
Symbolism. Hares and eggs.
Hares and eggs. It's talking about bunnies, but go ahead. Rabbits.
Are common symbols associated with what was that? Estra, representing fertility and new life.
So now we got this one goddess, right? Now this is not the Babylonian goddess I was talking about. Ishtar is the Babylonian goddess. You go forward a couple, I don't know if it's 1,000 or a couple hundred years to the Anglo-Saxon. Anglo-Saxons ruled Europe for a period of time, right? A Germanic tribe, huh?
It's Yoster.
That's how you say it, Yoster?
Yoster.
Yeah, Yoster, however you say it. I mean, you pull a real Jewish man, he'll know how to say it, that Yiddish crap, because that's where he comes from. But Yostra, you know what I'm saying? She is also another representation of the spirit of Easter. You know what I'm saying? And she is a representation where her symbols are the rabbit or the hares, which is a rabbit or bunny, and eggs. So what does this still have to do with Christ? Now, this is before the Anglo-Saxons were Christians, because over time, the Saxon Empire was a Christian empire. But before that, just like you will go before that, the Vikings were a thing, and they was worshiping all types of different holidays. And think of the show Vikings. You know what I'm saying? That's who they were, right? So Estra was one of their goddesses. You know what I'm saying? And they're worshiping a damn bunny. Damn egg, you know what I'm saying? And that's how it got involved into Christianity. Now they associate it with Christ. Now you see Christ with the Easter bunny. Now somehow, some way, bunnies have anything to do with God. Nowhere in the Bible, any story, it says a bunny came to nobody and saved the day. You know what I'm saying? Last time I read, Christ was a black man.
Right.
Last time I read, Moses was a black man. You know what I'm saying? Joseph was a black man. So where are we getting these bunnies from? And why are we worshiping bunnies? You know what I'm saying? It's a cut to all of that nonsense that these Christians keep trying to teach you. Easter is disgusting, man. It's disgusting, and the Lord looks at it as a disgusting holiday. You know what I'm saying? Give me actually give me that.
So if I could
Good.
celebrate Easter knowing that a rabbit don't lay eggs just shows that you don't mind telling your kids anything.
Yeah, just like the Santa Claus thing.
Just like Santa Claus. Like,
a fat white man coming through your chimney is not supposed to alarm your kids.
or when you walk in the mall, you see him, little Santa Claus.
Sit on his lap.
No,
that's what you tell your kids. You see how funny it is, but that's what they do in the world. Go take a picture. Sit on that strange man's lap with the white beard and the red outfit.
Even though the Santa Claus, that's not Santa Claus.
Right, and you know it's not a damn Santa Claus.
And you know Santa Claus ain't real.
As a grown adult, you about to go tell your children go sit on a fat white man's, knowing damn well they the freakiest beings on the earth. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing who under that beard. You know what I'm saying? He could be a whole predator, and you sent your children to the slaughter, literally. You know what I'm saying? Give me Amos 8 and 10. You know what I'm saying? The Lord hates these holidays. The Lord hates Easter, man. He hates Easter so much. He does this. He did this. What was the last holiday that happened? Ramadan, right? It was Ramadan. What was the last Christian holiday? Was it New Year's? Valentine's Day. I think there was a mass shooting on Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. Okay. You said Amos
8 and 10.
I got it.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 10. And I will turn your feast into mourning.
You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you something bad is going to happen on Easter Day. Just like something bad happened New Year's. I believe there was a mass shooting on New Year's. The brother, I don't know if it was a brother. No, it was a damn Ishmael. Arab terrorist ran in New Orleans. Remember that? He drove the car. Ran over a whole bunch of people. New Orleans, wasn't that New Year's? Yeah. Ran over a whole bunch of people. Tried to shoot everybody. You know what I'm saying? Celebrating a pagan holiday. You know what I'm saying? The Lord will turn your feast days into mourning. I guarantee you something bad will happen in Easter, huh? No, it was Abraham.
He was Abraham.
Look it up. I'm done. I remember because they was trying to associate him with some type of terrorist organization over there. All right, keep going.
Come, and all your songs into lamentations.
All your songs into lamentations. What do they sing on Easter? Do they sing on? They go to church, right? And they sing all them dumb songs. You know what I'm saying? I remember going to church and trying to sleep in the pews, and I don't remember much from church. You know what I'm saying? I was the bad kid. I was not trying to be in church. I hated church. I hated church with a passion. Like my mom used to have to, I was the kid. That's why I got the hook on the back of my head, because my mom used to smack me every time to get up. But keep going.
Come, and I will bring up sackcloth.
I'll bring up sackcloth. We gotta remember sackcloth. We bring out all the time on these holidays. Sackcloth was something that we we wore when we were in great mourning, which we can get into later with Maccabees, right? Keep going. Or Mattathias. Go ahead.
Upon all lower and baldness upon every head, and I will make it as the morning of an only son, and the end thereof as a bitter day. Oh,
I got the.
You got to mix that.
No. I'm talking about the
5 and 20?
No, the link. Or the picture I sent you. Yeah, whatever. Keep going. Read that from the top. I'm sorry.
God is the book of Amos. Amos chapter 8, verse 10. And I will turn your feast into mourning, and all your songs into lamentation.
So the Lord hates this holiday, man. The Lord hates Easter. The Lord hates New Year's. He hates Santa Claus. He hates the Easter Bunny. He hates how you say it? Ostra. He hates Ishtar, where it derives from. And this is how smooth and poetic the Bible is. Let me show you how smooth and poetic the Bible. What does God call America in the Bible? Because of Babylon, right? Where does Easter derive from? Babylon. Where does most of these holidays derive from? Babylon. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it's so poetic how the Lord does things and how he puts things. So now you can't even refute when we read Revelations, when we read the Bible, when we read Daniel, Ezekiel, and it references this great Babylon, this great nation, this dragon, and you look at the holidays of today that goes back origins back to Babylon, and we find out that these holidays actually come from Babylon, and that's how you find out where the hell is this Babylon that it's talking about, that it's referencing. You know what I'm saying? And you go look at some of the things that America does is similar. What does America call what does America call itself? The Great Melting Pot? What did Babylon call itself? What was it called? It was something similar to a pot. I can't remember. You know what I'm saying? God is going to tear down America. He's tearing down America because of the things America has us doing, man. Leading us down the wrong path. And you know who else he's going to deal with? These damn pastors. These pastors and these damn imams that's been teaching us to celebrate these evil behind holidays. These holidays do nothing but destroy us. Like, you about to go celebrate Easter, and you got to go literally, because I think Easter, they go have dinner, right? They have an Easter dinner. You about to have a slab of pork too. Adding, I don't know the saying. It's like adding sin onto sin or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You about to have a slab of pork in front of you. Digest that bull crap. And you about to sit next to the person that, how can I say this clean? Assaulted you when you was a child, while the whole family defends him. You were assaulted as a child, and you got to sit at the same table as him, and he never was prosecuted for his crimes. You cried to your mother about the boyfriend that hurt you, and he at the table telling you how you need to get your life together, when he's probably the reason you have mental trauma, why you need therapy. You know what I'm saying? Time and time again, we talk to these sisters, we talk to even these brothers that go through these traumas. That go through these traumas in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so heavy that when a brother comes in here, he realizes, like, I've been lied to my whole life and I've been walking around like a zombie. Because how do you, as a grown man, you were assaulted in the church, right? You abused by the church. You see the outcome of the church. And you grow up to be a man, right? And you go serve the church. You go be a deacon. You go back and pay your tithes to the church after it destroyed your family, after it destroyed your life. You know how many brothers and sisters that's in Philly that are generational Muslims? And I guarantee you, all of them have family that were affected by heroin. Keep going. Go ahead.
I was say I got a precept to prove and show that we're being punished because we follow, like, I guess, God, because we broke the covenant for not serving God.
Go ahead, pull it. Go ahead, pull it.
Right,
break it down too, teacher. Go ahead, break it down.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 11, verse 10. They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refused to hear my words, and they went after other gods to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant, which I made with their fathers. Verse 11. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them.
You want to break it down? All right, go from the top. Go from the top.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 11, verse 10. They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers.
What's the iniquities of our forefathers? What did our forefathers do? Go ahead.
Like you said, all these holidays came from Babylon, and we partake in it.
All right. We partake in that. We partake in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? What did we do as soon as we got out of Egypt? We didn't worship the damn calf. After he done freed us. The Lord spared us out of the chains of slavery. What do? Go become the strongest Christians you could become. After you was forced to be a Christian. I think there's a picture around here where they got the two slave brother and slave sister, right? And it's a white Santa Claus in the middle of them, and they half dead. You know what I'm saying? We got pictures of you in slavery. You know, Salaki, not you, us in slavery with a damn white man Santa Claus in the middle of you. And now what do? You still go back and serve that damn Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying? That's what that part is reading. Keep going.
Which refuse to hear my word.
Refuse to hear my word. How do you treat the word of God? Who's actually, what is the word of God? You know what I'm saying? It's your prophets of today. How do they treat? How do they treat us? What did they do at the park in Atlanta? How did they look at us? Like we was doing something crazy. Like we was doing something crazy. Raising up Black and Hispanic and Native Indian men. What the hell are you doing? Wasting your time at the park. That's what you doing. Wasting your breath. Getting ready for Easter. While the real men of the Lord train for the fall of Babylon.
Right.
The real men bring up the former crackheads, the former crack dealers. Go ahead.
And they went after other gods.
And went under you went after other gods. What are you about to do tomorrow? Or what is it? Sunday? I think it's Good Friday or whatever. Whatever holiday you about to celebrate Friday. I don't know how y'all celebrate that. You know what I'm saying? You about to go celebrate a damn bunny on Sunday. When you were forced to do it in slavery. The white man showed us time and time again that he hates us. And you still want to go celebrate his holiday and tell me it's for the kids? And tell me because it's what your mother did? What your father did? You know how stupid you sound? How unwise you say. As a man, if you come to me and say that, I will catch an attitude. I will, because I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to look at you like you stupid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I will catch an attitude. You know what I'm saying? That's why I carry my brother Nathan around, because he's the more smoother brother. I'm the more, you stupid as hell. Get on my, like that's, you just, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it to a point. You know what I'm saying? I get it. We were raised on certain things, but there is a time for change. Right now, if you look at the earth right now as a Black and Hispanic man, and you don't see the signs that you need to get the hell up out the Christian church, get the hell up out the Muslim mosque, you know what I'm saying? Blow my mind every freaking time. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
To serve them, the house of Israel.
The house of Israel, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people want to serve other gods, not their God. They want to serve the white man's God. They want to serve the African God. You want to serve the Asian God, the Arab God. You want to serve every other damn God that can't walk, that can't talk, that doesn't live. You know what I'm saying? This is how destroyed we are. Instead of serving the living God that's in the Bible, we rather go worship a rock.
Right.
You rather go worship a rock and make it seem like you're the wisest dude in town. You about to go circle, and this is what kills me. When we try to talk to these Islamic brothers, they try to talk so poetic. When you so proud to walk around a rock 7 times and kiss it, brother, you're stupid. Let me go ahead.
What you're saying is so heavy, because what pissed me off about the Muslim brothers is they spend all their lives being a Muslim
to die a so-called Muslim, but you're technically not a Muslim until you go visit Mecca.
Ooh-wee. And you can't afford it.
You can't even afford it. So
because you were oppressed.
You're dying as what?
Exactly.
It's a lie. Negro
can't even go afford a ticket to Mecca. Your average Negro can't afford a damn ticket to Mecca. You know what I'm saying? You in the hood. You trying to feed your mom that's recovering from being on crack 60 years of her damn life. You paying her bills while trying to raise up your family. You can't go to Mecca and kiss a rock. You worried about a damn rock. You oppressed here in America. You oppressed here in America. And you want to go serve an Arab guy. You need to come back to your God, the living God. That guy to save your life.
Right.
Time and time again, he has saved our lives.
Right.
He saved every man's and woman's assisted life in this school. You know what I mean? How many brothers and sisters come in here recovering from drug addiction, abuse? You know what I'm saying? Being wicked as hell in the world. How many? What did the Christian church do? What has the Christian church done? Give you Easter? You pay hundreds of thousands, millions, billions of dollars to the damn Christian church in tithe money. And what do they give you when your lights come on? How many celebrities gave money to the church? Did the church give them money back when they went broke? Did the Muslim mosque help Mike Tyson out when he went broke? When he lost his $50 million mansion? I don't think so. But he gave them millions of dollars. George Foreman, the great boxer, I think he just died. He was a Christian church fanatic. I think he had his own church. What did they give him? You know what I'm saying? What did they give him? Muhammad Ali, he just had to sell. Oh, he ain't have to. He dead now, I think, right? Muhammad Ali dead, right? His estate was just sold. Why was nobody paying the tab on his estate for his family? You know what he did for the Islamic community? Standing with Malcolm X? What did those religions give Black and Hispanic men? Nothing. Nobody takes care of you. Soon as you go on, they try to sleep with your wife. Even if you're not going, they will sleep with your wife. That's how evil those other religions are. And you want to go serve them. Simplicity, man. Simple, man. Is that it on that scripture? Keep going. I think it was more.
Of Judah and broken my covenant which I made with their fathers.
And broken the covenant that he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Everybody want to talk about the ancestors. You disappointing your damn ancestors. Right. You think Abraham, Jacob would have been here like, oh yeah, go ahead, be a whore, sis. Go ahead and sell that crap, brother. Go ahead and put that goofy behind kufi on your head and worship on rock, dummy. Like, you want to do all these so-called great things in America, instead you look stupid. Talking about the ancestors. The ancestors would be rolling in their grave. Ain't that what grandma used to say? You know what I'm saying? They rolling in the grave because you, Salaki, us, we want to do these stupid things. Like celebrate a damn Easter bunny in 2025 with the access to the internet at our fingertips. Donald Trump is in office. You know what he's famous for? Releasing the records. Everybody knows Martin Luther King was a damn FBI informant. What we gonna do? Martin Luther King guy, he was an important man. We gotta maintain this holiday because he was a great man. Instead, he was a damn snake.
Right.
He was a sellout.
Right.
And you still, that is the epitome of what a slave is. When you see the damn monster in front of you, the damn slave master is literally beating your back, and you justify why he beats your back. Every time brother gets killed, shot in the back by the police, beat the hell like Rodney King, we find no reason on why, well, he shouldn't have been high. He should have turned his turning signal on. He should have never been selling Lucy's on the corner in New York. He should have never ran from the police. He would have never got shot. You know, my father told me that. Well, you know what my father told me when Trayvon, oh no, I don't think it was my father. But you know what somebody told me one time? Well, he did have weed in the system. Excuse me? No, he didn't say weed. What's the brother that died that caused all the riots? George Floyd. And you know they was trying to say he had fentanyl in the system. What the hell that got to do with choking him out with your knee? And you know who was the main ones pushing that? Brothers. Black men. You see, that's how you know we're destroyed as a people. When you can literally 4K HD watch a brother get strangled to death on the streets. Literally, not causing no harm and no danger to nobody. Get strangled to death, calling for his mother. He's calling for his mother. And you somehow agree with an oppressor and say, well, he had fentanyl in the system. What the hell are you talking about? Did you not see what I saw? No, brother, you must be blind. You blind. You just blind to the truth.
Right.
You want to look at your oppressor as a God. You're scared of him. Don't worry, brother. The Lord raised up men to lead you. The Lord raised up men to protect you from your own self. Because you don't have the wisdom, the knowledge to make your own decision yet. Because you might be a 30, 40, 50-year-old man, but in spirit, you're a 1-year-old. And you're a 1-year-old. Because you would see somebody that looks like you, is you by blood, and be like, he's the problem when he dies. He's the problem. He's the problem when he's strung out on drugs that the CIA put in his neighborhood, and it's documented. The black man is the problem when crack cocaine destroyed the black neighborhood, the Hispanic neighborhoods. He's the problem. Not the cases that were closed and documented that the CIA, the government, Ronald Reagan, who had a war on drugs. A war on drugs for during the crack epidemic. But the black man is the problem. The 3-strike rule. You voted that man in the presidency. That's how much you hate the black man. You don't vote the man that wanted black men to be locked up for the day. You wanted to vote the damn East Indian in the office who's co-signed that man. That's how much we hate ourselves. That we would rather put somebody in leadership that hates us. That is literally Stockholm Syndrome. You hate yourself that much that you will go worship a rock. You will go worship a white guy. You will go put Easter bunny eggs all over your front lawn and have your kid. You will put your damn children on the lap of a white man with a white beard and a red outfit that is supposedly calming down your chimneys. That's what we do. When did the black man fall so low? When did we fall so low? There was a time the black man was a stern man. He didn't fall for no BS. My grandfather was a drunk, or they would call him a drunk. I don't know him personally. I was too young. You know what I'm saying? But now a woman took over my family. Not my personal family, but my greater family. So that's how they see black men. Every time you drink, oh, you're an alcoholic. They find any reason to tear you down. So I don't believe anything they say about my grandfather no more. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm in the truth. But they would say he would drink a lot, but you know what they said? He didn't play. He wasn't easily fooled. He was stern. He didn't trust the white man. And you know what he did? He worked at the mail office. You know, back in the day, that was a good job. You know what I'm saying? And as I get older, I learned to respect my grandfather and my father, regardless of what they did in life. You know what I'm saying? You learn to love them, honor them. You know what I'm saying? When did the black man fall so low into wearing dresses, purses, and fingernail, what do you call those things? Fingernail color, whatever you call that. Polish or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because an influencer told you to. There was a time a black man questioned everything that came out. He'd be like, whoa, 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 whoa. And there was a time when, this was the time when before pause was a thing. You know what I'm saying? But the black man was like, whoa, that's a little, what they would say, sissy? They would say sissy back in the day. if you walked a little weird. Now it's, oh, you just walking in your femininity.
If you want.
Yeah, if you whine a little bit, that's a part of being the man. Stop whining so damn much. Stop being the B. Like, there was a time masculinity was in the black man predominantly. Now, if you got a little bit of masculinity in you, they calling the counselor on you like you need therapy. Go ahead.
What you're saying is so heavy because it's like that because a lot of sisters now feel like they're men. They feel like they're their own protection. See, back then, they knew they needed protection.
Right.
And they knew that the only person that would protect them is that black man. So it was like, yes, I need a masculine man. You see what I'm saying?
Grandmama knew she, even though my granddaddy, they say he was a drunk, she knew she needed that man. Go ahead.
No, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? Sisters today still know they need a man, or at least they coming back to it more now. You know what I'm saying? But I digress, man. Where we at?
We're at 11, verse 11.
Go ahead.
Verse 11, this is Jeremiah chapter 11, verse 11. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them.
I will bring evil upon them, man. What are some of the curses we deal with as a community? You know what I'm saying? I think I say this every time. I don't know, I'll be forgetting. I can't even count on one hand. I can probably count on 2 fingers. Out of all my friends in the world, or growing up, I was the only one with a father in my life. Mother and father, still together. Literally. I have a best friend that don't even know he didn't know who his sister was until we was like 16. He didn't know what his father even looked like. You know what I'm saying? What are some of the other curses we deal with? Drugs. My mother's side of the family, heavy into the crack epidemic. So heavy that her father, my mom's father, he had a construction business. Very successful. And it pisses me off now because I'm in the construction industry and I see how these white generations are coming up and they had that business since my mom's era. So like if my mom's dad was went the right way, their family went the right way, it would have been a great and growing business, right? Like these white businesses. But instead, you know what happened? Because they lived in West Philly, but they had a nice big house. This is before it fell. West Philly went down the drains. But you know what happened? The sons got on crack cocaine. The daughters got on crack cocaine. How does this happen? My mom, and this is when black people had big families. My mom had like 11 brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? 2 out of those 11 did not touch drugs. Did not touch drugs. That should tell you something. Why in this successful family, right? My grandfather had a great construction business. He had all these things. He provided a perfect lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? He was the American dream, was he not? Industry. You come to America, fulfill your wildest dreams, start a business. You know what I'm saying? What happened? Your children, he dies. You know what happens? The wife couldn't maintain the children. You know what they did? All went on drugs, heavy drugs. Right. Heavy drugs. It took over my mother's household. You know what eventually happened? I remember the house got lost. The business went under. They sold it. You know what they sold it to? Or they gave it to? They gave it to a white man. They literally gave my grandfather on my mother's side to a white man that worked for her father, my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? And that is how you destroy a black family. Talking about the white man ain't the devil the Bible speaks of. How else did they end up on drugs? You think the black man put the drugs in the neighborhood? The Hispanic man? Come on now. We need to think a little deeper. These curses come from the Most High, though. It's because we wanted to serve these other guys. Of course, the family was Christian. Of course. Soon as the father went away, drugs came heavily into the household because what? What was the foundation of the house? It was already weak as hell. It was Christianity. It was literally Christianity. Keep going. Is that it on that? Keep going.
Count. Which they shall not be able to escape.
They won't be able to escape. My grandfather did it the right way. He celebrated Easter. He did what he was supposed to do to the white man, the American way. He still wound up having kids that was hooked on drugs and destroying his business, destroying his name. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. You can't escape these things, man. Following America doesn't help you escape these curses. It doesn't. Go ahead.
Count. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them.
You think my grandmother, while her husband is dead at what, 60 or 50 from a typical heart attack, and she's crying, my children are on drugs? Nah, I'm not done yet. My children are on heavy drugs. The house is falling apart. All of these things. You know what I'm saying? We cry out every day. Our children are dying by gun violence. Our children are getting locked up, treated unfairly at these schools. I remember reading an article, a sister that was getting bullied in an all-white school. I won't say all-white, but in a predominantly white high school. And the teachers wouldn't do nothing about it. And they would say she was the problem. You know what I'm saying? You can't run this. And guess what? The sister had a nice job. That's why she was out there. You know what she probably was saying? I'm going to go to this white neighborhood because I get money now. Because Negroes don't know how to act. And you know what she did? She put her daughter in a situation that's going to ruin her life forever. You talk to some of these sisters that went to PWIs in high school and then go to HBCU after, they feel like, well, goddamn, where I've been at? They feel what? At home, around their people. Because their mother and father thought sending them to an all-white school was going to better them. Was going to make them a better person. In reality, you caused them trauma. Now they got to go to therapy because they not so. And now they got the stiff wigs dating white men. Go ahead. I gotta throw this. I hate them type of sisters.
If I could, so you're saying so heavy because I actually slaved with a sister that don't live too far from where I work at, which is a lot of white people.
Yeah, and,
she said, I like going to the hood.
Yeah, we got a brother that say, I understand. Go ahead.
No, she says that she enjoyed herself at time in the hood. She like those type of people, but then again, she lives around. So it's like our people really love to be around you.
Yeah, because it feels, what is it called? Like more comfortable.
You feel comfortable, you feel accepted.
Yeah.
You feel like you feel like you're a part of something.
Yeah, the only time people that's, first off, this is how you know somebody been to the hood and somebody that doesn't. They always be like, I'm scared to go to the hood. They always shooting. They never spent the time in the hood. Never spent, I want to say the hood, in a black community. You know what I'm saying? Because they call every black community the hood for some reason. You know what they call my neighborhood when I told, Oppressor said my neighborhood was the hood. That's what I was like, whoa there, Jamal. Like, slow it down. I'm in a middle class neighborhood talking about the hood. You know what I'm saying? They call any black neighborhood the hood, but they feel more comfortable when it comes to being around other sisters and other brothers. Because guess what? They can relate. They can relate to your feelings. As a sister that goes to a predominantly black neighborhood and they meet other sisters, they feel good. They over there vibing, dancing, whatever. And the brothers, like I grew up in middle class. I went to Catholic school my whole life. My father hated when I used to hang out with my hood friends. I won't say hood friends, but my brothers that grew up in the bad neighborhoods. Because they didn't go to Catholic school with me. They went to Martin Luther King High School. You know what I'm saying? They went to other schools deeper in the north. I was hanging around my brother's neighborhood, Kensington. You know what I'm saying? That's my mother and father hated that, but that's where I felt more comfortable because they would send me to the Catholic schools, predominantly white schools. You know what I'm saying? And my escape was after school or ditching school, skipping school, whatever you would call it. I'm going to Kensington. Go hang out with some brothers. Go ahead.
Like, is that like ATL, like New?
I can't stand you. Yes. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
Yep. But yeah, you feel more at home when it comes to hanging out with brothers and sisters. Now imagine when you came into the truth. You know what I'm saying? Imagine how more comfortable you felt when the brothers in here, they live by a different code, not by the street code. We're not going to rob you. We're not going to sleep with your woman. We don't want none of your family. Like, we don't want no issues with you. We want to see you grow. Go ahead.
You say it's so heavy because for the first, I mean, I chill with brothers that I never met nor seen before.
Right.
For the first time in my life.
Yeah,
going to all black party.
Yeah.
Going to graduation. You know what I mean? And when I mean to tell you, man, I felt like I known these brothers all my life. It was like a bond, and everything was just like it was just there. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to the conference like.
Nah, but it's so heavy because we ain't do them what we do outside the job. I always do. I got my wallet, got my phone. I ain't had to do none of that. Like,
if I could, sir, I left my phone on the table during at the Passover.
Ain't nobody touching
my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I left my phone right on the table through my whole march, through everything. You know what I mean? Nobody touched it. It was in the same exact spot.
I remember one of the first classes I ever went to when I joined the truth. Before I joined the truth, I think Officer Zion or Officer Banca. Yeah, I can't remember who taught the class. He was like his first Passover, I guess, or whatever Passover it was. Somebody's kid was missing, or they had a kid that didn't have their parent. They was probably crying or something, and they literally stopped the whole Passover. Hey, this your kid, or this your belongings, or whatever. Come get your belongings type time. And everybody, oh no, I remember. He said it was somebody's child. And I think the parent was looking for the child, and they stopped the whole joint. Oh, where the child at? Where the child at? And everybody in the whole Passover was looking for him.
Right.
Like that's what we doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how comfortable and protected you'll feel in the environment of the I.S.U.P.K. That's the type of men are being raised here. And you want to try to influence me to go what? Celebrate Easter? For what? Your uncle abused you when you was a child. Why would I go celebrate Easter with him? The pastor sleeps with your wife. Why would I go celebrate Easter with him? You're not telling me anything I need to do. You know what I'm saying? Is that more than that?
I'm going to the concert.
Go ahead. You said it was or no?
Go
ahead.
Verse 12. Then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the God unto whom they offered incense.
Incense or incest?
Incense.
Where you at?
Jeremiah 11 and 12, sir.
Jeremiah 11 and 12.
They shall not save them.
Read it from the top till I get there.
Come. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 11, verse 12. Then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto God, unto whom they offer incense. But they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble.
It's incense.
Incense.
I knew I was tripping. Incense.
Incense.
Incense. Like the stuff you burn.
What am I saying?
Incest. Incest is when you have relations with your siblings or family. Where are we at? Where are we at? Read that. And cry unto the gods unto whom they offer incense, meaning they offer what do they do when they say, "Oh, we gotta get rid of these demons"? What's sisters doing? The damn sage. They burning sage. You go to the Catholic Church, they over there burning candles and all type of nonsense in there. You go to the Buddhist temple, they burning incense. Right? So they going to cry unto the gods, unto whom they offer incense. That's who they, and that's what's so funny too. You go to these other guys, this is what you offer them. You offering these other guys these BS offerings. When it comes to our living God, you know what you got to offer him? What we had to offer him during Passover? Lamb. How expensive is that lamb? You ever bought a lamb? You ever bought? It's like $400. It ain't cheap. It's cattle. You know what I'm saying? You ever look at these other offerings? They pretty expensive. They ain't cheap. They ain't cheap at all, man. Keep going. But they shall.
But they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble.
Those gods will not save you. The Easter bunny will not come out of whatever they believe the Easter bunny comes from and lay eggs and save you from crack cocaine. It will not save you from fentanyl. It will not save you from the uncle that touches you when your mom is drunk asleep or high asleep, or her boyfriend that touches you when she is drunk asleep. That Easter bunny is not going to save you. It's not going to save your children. That God is not living. That God is dead. That God is not real. It's a damn fairy tale. It's a fairy tale for these heathen nations to have sex with whatever woman or whatever man they want to have sex with. That's all it is. It is a way for the heathens to do what the hell they want to do. You know what made us different as a nation? We didn't do what we wanted to do. We sacrificed for each other and for our God. That is what separates us from these other nations. We don't think about ourselves. We think about each other. That's what makes you holy, man. America teaches you to be selfish. Right. How do you become successful? You gotta. I was just talking to the oppressor at my job about this on Storm yesterday at dinner. We was talking about how to start a lawn business, right? And we was talking about the history of some of these contractors out here. And a lot of these contractors all have interbred families, like their daughter married somebody and now they do business together and whatever, right? But a lot of times these owners don't talk to each other because they hate each other. Because one scammed the other. One stole workers from the other. One stole customers from the other. One is doing one thing or the other. They always stabbing each other in the back. But guess what they tell you? That's how you got to get to the top, baby. That's literally what they tell you. What do they tell you in the drug game? You got to take those blocks over. You got to take that corner from him. You got to sell more drugs than him. Instead of being brotherly and saying, yo, let's break bread. And you know what's so heavy about that? Even in poverty, you know what I'm saying? What is the saying that Black and Hispanic men say growing up in the hood or growing up in his neighborhood? What does it say? Well, what's that song? He said, what's that? 50 Cent Kicks had to break, only had a dollar, had to break bread with bro. How many brothers had to literally from a youngling? All we had was a dollar and would literally break bread with a brother that we was close with. Literally. Only had a dollar. You know what you could have got with a dollar back then? That was a juice, a chip, and a damn whatever cake you wanted. Instead, you decided to break bread so your brother can eat too. That is something natural that comes to the Black man. What is taught to you is to be selfish. What do you say as a grown man? Man, he need to figure his life out. He his own man. Do it on your own. You suck. Do it on your own, man. Worried about yourself. But as a youngling, without being taught, you wanted to make sure your brother eat too. Now we're taught by the white man. When you go to that system, you go to that school, you go to that jail, you go to whatever. Now it's every man for himself. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
That's it. Oh, no, it's not. It's right here. Yeah, that's it. and shall not save them at all. In the time.
Go to 13.
Come. Verse 13. For according to the number of thy cities where they God.
Saying there was many damn gods that we were worshiping. Simple. How many gods do we have now in America? You got the American dollar as a god. We got Christianity. We got the Easter God, Christmas God, New Year's God, Valentine's Day God. What? Go ahead.
Black woman.
Black woman is a god. Like, how many gods is there? God damn it. We worshiping every damn god. Go ahead. Keep going.
Come. O Judah, and according to the number of the streets of Jerusalem, have ye set up altars to that shameful thing.
You done set up altars to that damn Easter bunny too. Mm-hmm. You done set up altars to that damn rock over in Mecca too. Mm-hmm. You done damn, it's shameful. The Lord thy God chose us. He claimed you as his people, and you want to set up altars to an Easter bunny. You want to set up altars to a rock and say, I'm going to fast 30 days and starve myself halfway to death for a rock. Sheesh. Go ahead.
Come. Even altars to burn incense unto Baal.
Ooh, you burning incense to a non-living God. You know what I'm saying? Let me get First Maccabees 10 and through 15.
Come.
Hold on, I want to be there.
This is First Maccabees.
Go ahead, start it.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 10, verse 15. Now, when King Alexander had heard what promised Demetrius,
Salakia, verse 1. Chapter 10, Salakia. Chapter 1, verse 10. I'm sorry, I keep saying that.
Come. This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus. How you say his first name? Antiochus, surnamed. Huh?
Go ahead. Keep going.
What's his name?
Yeah, you got it.
What's his name?
Antiochus?
No.
Yeah. Who?
Phineas.
Yeah, whatever.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Son of Antiochus, the king who had been an hostage at Rome. And he reigned in the 137 years of the kingdom of Greece.
Right. So he ruled in the 137th year of Greece. Not saying he's 137. The 137th year of the Greek Empire. Go ahead.
Verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many.
There you go.
Saying,
what did they say?
Let us go and make a covenant.
With who though? We already had a covenant with the Most High. We had a covenant with a more powerful being than the damn Greek Empire. Read.
With the heathen.
With the damn heathens. Remember during COVID when Trump was president? Who did you see? You probably don't know this one, but I got a brother in the world that knows this. Because we ain't go to school. We ain't go to college. But he went to an HBCU. If you go to HBCU, it's like a whole culture, apparently. So but anyway, who do we see posted up in a picture at the White House with Trump? All the HBCU presidents. All of them, the so-called leaders, the pastors of the church. Who do we see with Kamala Harris? The leaders of the black community. They made a covenant with the heathens. They made a deal. What did Martin Luther King do? He made a covenant with the heathens. You made a deal with the damn heathens, man. Go ahead.
With the heathen that are around about us.
Around about us. You want to know why there's a damn Arab store in your neighborhood, an Asian store in your neighborhood, a damn McDonald's on every freaking corner in your neighborhood, a liquor store that you don't even own, but every black person in there. Not one white man walks in that liquor store and buy liquor, but a white man owns it. You want to know why that's there? Because your leaders sold you out.
Right.
You want to know why there's one black business in the black neighborhood. You want to know why? And it's the barbershop or the hair salon. You want to know why? Because a man named Martin Luther King. Because a man named T.D. Jakes, P. Diddy. Because your leaders sold you out. Made a covenant with the heathen. You want to know why you drinking Don Julio, so Rock? What else we drink for liquor? You know what I'm saying? You know why we drink these things? And we don't even know Jack Daniels is a black invention. We just think it's a white man's invention because his name is on it. You know why? Because our leaders. Keep going.
For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Since we departed from them, what are they talking about? They're talking about Egypt. Since we left the great heathens, the heathens supported us through everything. So now, think about every time you had a conversation about separating from America. Every time you tried to have a little like conscious conversation with, especially old timers, they'd be like, you tell them, let's boycott. What was they saying during the BLM riots? Let's boycott Target, all these other white brands. Let's boycott these things. And you know what they would say? How we supposed to eat? How we supposed to get our clothes? Like, it's like when a son says to a father, Dad, how am I supposed to eat without you? Be a man. Figure out how to feed yourself. Like any father wants you to do. He doesn't want you to be coddled. And this is why a woman wasn't meant to be the head of a household. That's what a mother would do. A mother would try to feed you until she's dead. And now you don't know how to feed yourself because she's gone. And that's what you got around. That's what you got here in America today. A bunch of boys that was raised by a woman and don't know how to take care of themselves. Don't know how to be a man. And that's what that's what I.S.U.P.K provides for these boys. These black and Hispanic boys. They provide the masculinity that they need, the leadership that they need.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My brother got a cover. He had, go ahead.
Verse 12. So this device pleased them well.
Right. This device, meaning this way of thinking. Go ahead.
Verse 13. Then certain of the people were so forward hearing that they went to the king
of Israel. Go ahead.
Who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathens.
This weak behind leader that we had, this weak behind king, gave them license to do the ordinance of the heathen. So the heathens round about you, they got the rock, Islam. They got the Christian church. They got the Buddhist temple. And our leaders said, go ahead, let them come to our neighborhoods. Let them do what they want to do. Let's celebrate Easter, even though we were forced to do it in slavery, and we didn't question it at all. We don't question it at all. We were forced to celebrate Easter. Let's just do it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Which one? 14?
Yeah.
Verse 14. Whereupon they built a place of exercise.
Yeah. At
Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen.
So I'm using this to what do you call it? I don't want to say compare, but bring it into what's the season we're in today. So the place of exercise is talking about what's those things called? The Colosseums, where they used to do the Olympics. That's where the Olympics derives from. Where they would throw the disc, throw the spear, the javelin and all that, butt naked too. I didn't know if y'all knew that. You had to be butt naked, which is why in the sports they do today in the Olympics, they got to be skin tight, running track, throwing a ball, anything. You got to have skin tights on. I don't know why. Even the men. You never questioned why the hell does he have to have short shorts on running? You never questioned that? And they got to be super tight? There's nothing aerodynamic about that. Nothing. Nobody, not like there's nothing aerodynamic about having skin tight stuff on. You know what I'm saying? It's only because it's the culture of the white man. The white man used to be butt booty ball naked in his Olympics in the Greek Empire. And they used to and they called them places of exercise. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we did during the Greek captivity. We built up these things. I'm using this to say we built up these Christian churches to celebrate Easter, to please the white man. You know what I'm saying? Trump got into office. Them brothers went into that damn White House and made all types of deals, all types of heinous deals to please that white man, to please that East Indian Kamala Harris, Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? To fit the America's agenda, not to fit the black man's agenda, the Hispanic man's agenda. The Hispanic brothers are suffering oppression so bad right now, and the black man gonna try to join along with the damn white man like we any better. That's the simplicity that we got in our heads right now. We simple. Instead of helping those brothers, we want to join in. Oh yeah, the Hispanic, you stupid as hell, man. That pisses me off. Anytime I hear a relative say stuff like that, that's why I don't get invited to certain stuff no more. And I agree. I don't want to say that. You won't say pause, but I talk too crazy. That's it on that. Give me First Maccabees. Which one did I have you read first? Oh, give me First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 1. You know what I'm saying? Maccabees is a story about a brother that stood up for something greater than him. You know what I'm saying? Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because after the first brother died, his sons went on and finished it. You know what I'm saying? And it was so heavy. I wanted to bring it out tonight because Easter is like one of the biggest holidays. Even, I guarantee you, even all the people you've seen dressed up for Ramadan are going to be celebrating Easter. I said this before. That's how destroyed you are. You don't even believe in the damn Islam that you tried to say you were so humble for, because you about to celebrate Easter too. You about to be like, well, I got to make sure my kids get to go Easter egg hunting. Stupid behind. You know what I'm saying? As a man, if I see that, I think you're weak. I really do think you're weak. If you put on a pink suit, if I see any pink suits on Sunday on Instagram, I swear to God, I can't say that. Shalom, read.
Come, this is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 2, verse 1. In those days arose Mattathias, the son of John, the son of Simeon.
First off, I point out every time I start a story. Notice how a cut to Christians and their beliefs, it always talks about the son of a man. And it's a cut to the Jewish religion. It never talks about a woman. When it talks about the lineage of a man, who do they bring out? The men. In the Jewish culture, it says you get your nation from your mother. Where the hell is that in the Bible? In Christianity, they believe it's both mother and father. Where the hell is that in the Bible? Keep going.
Simeon, a priest of the sons of Jared, from Jerusalem, and dwelt in Medina.
Right.
Verse 2. And he had 5 sons. Jonah.
Just go to verse 6. It's going over Mattathias' sons, right? Again, talking about men. Keep going.
Verse 6. And when he saw this blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem.
So he saw all the places of exercise, all the altars that we built up for these false gods. You know what I'm saying? The heinous things that we were doing against the Most High. Keep going.
Verse 7. He said, woe is me. Therefore was I born to see this misery of my people.
That's how you know it's a black man. Like, was I born to see this? Did I just come here? Because that's how extreme. You gotta realize this is how extreme black people talk too. He's saying, like, was I just born to see this nonsense on earth? Was that the only reason the Lord brought me here? To see this BS? Keep going.
Verse 8. Shalaki. My people, and to sit in the holy city, and to dwell there.
Ooh, and to live here in the trenches of Kensington, North Philly? To live in West Philadelphia? In the trenches? I gotta see my brothers and sisters on heroin? My best friend's mother died of a heroin overdose? I had to be born to see this as a black man. And I'm the chosen? Keep going.
One was delivered into the hand of the enemy.
Uh-huh. When we started serving the white man. Keep going.
And the sanctuary into the hand of strangers.
Keep going. Christian church. Keep going.
And the temple is become as a man without glory.
And her temple is become as a man without glory. You know what I'm saying? You know what a man without glory is? Somebody that ain't do nothing. You have no honor. Huh?
It's like, would I be speaking of Caesar Borgia?
No, a man without glory can still be a black man. Martin Luther King is a man without glory. We gotta look at what the definition of the glory is. Alexa,
if I could,
go ahead.
When it said in the sanctuary into the hands of the strangers, what is the sanctuary?
The sanctuary is the safe place like this, the school.
So it's talking about school, and her temple is become as a man without glory. So
what's the temple back in the day or at that time? What happened to the temple?
With this, like a building would be a temple.
Yeah, what happened to it though?
It got dishonored.
How? What were they doing in the temple?
They was worshiping false idols. They was selling things, whoring.
Exactly. So the temple became as a man without glory.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
I still want to define glory. Alexa, define glory. You know when you check a brother?
Glory is commonly defined as a high degree of praise, honor, or distinction, as decided upon by common consent. It can also be used as a verb, meaning to triumph or rejoice proudly, and as an
Alexa, stop. There was nothing proud about the temple at that point. So a man without glory is somebody you ain't got nothing to be proud of, bro. What did you do? You just stayed home and played video games all day in your life. Right? Keep going.
Verse 9. Her glorious vessel are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy. Verse 10. What nation has not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils?
So now it's being more poetic with it. It says her temple is us, like it. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. He's losing all the value in the nation, man. We are losing everything when we give it up to these heathens. The story of Maccabees is a great story. You know what I'm saying? We usually read around Hanukkah, but I hate Easter so much because I grew up in a Christian household and I grew up in the Catholic schools. So I hate Easter with a passion. You know what I'm saying? So it says, her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy. You know what I'm saying? When you celebrate these holidays, you give up everything to them. You give up everything to them. When you celebrated Ramadan, how many kids got hurt that day? We see videos of Ramadan in Philly. Kids fighting in the streets. Kids got locked up that day. I don't know if you know that. Somebody got shot on Ramadan. Easter, I guarantee you somebody's going to get shot. We already talked about what happened New Year's. Valentine's Day, You are going to find out your rib is cheating on you. I guarantee it. And you done paid thousands of dollars on that hotel room. You got the rose petals out on the floor, the candles walkway to the bed with the hearts everywhere, the Cupid everywhere, and you sharing that woman. Ooh-wee. That's a heavy burden to carry, brother. What's I? Hey, at least I ain't that, but go ahead. You give up everything when you want to go follow these heathens, right? Your glorious vessels are carried away, all that, man. You giving your children, your sons up. You know what I'm saying? Like they being slant. Go ahead, man.
God. Verse 10, verse 11. All her ornaments are taken away. For a free woman, she is become a bond slave.
Ooh, wee. Yeah, ooh, wee. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 12. And behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory, is laid waste. And the Gentiles have profaned it.
You know what I'm saying? It says, and behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory is laid waste, and the Gentiles have profaned it, man. Our sanctuary have been destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Black people have nowhere but the I.S.U.P.K to come to. Before I.S.U.P.K, where did we have to go? Where did black people have to run to? There was a time go ahead.
Church.
And yeah, sheesh, that was heavy. You had the church to go to. You had to celebrate Easter. Like where else you was going to go? You was going to be by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And what happened? The Lord had mercy on blacks and Hispanic men and gave us the I.S.U.P.K. He gave us this gift. So we have somewhere to go. So we have somebody, Salaki, that we have brothers to go to that had similar thoughts like, why the hell did I have to grow up with crack cocaine in my neighborhood? Why the hell did I have to grow up without a father? Why do I have to celebrate this holiday? They had the same questions and actually got the information or the wisdom. Go ahead.
I'm saying it's so heavy because, I mean, for a people in need or a people that, basically like people in need is easily to mislead.
Right.
Or what's a better word for that?
It's like when you got a starving people, you can make them do anything.
You can make them do anything. You can make them believe anything. And that's what happens to our people.
Yep. And that's how the white man does it.
Because we had our own. Every time we get a business, we get what? Fees, licenses.
Yep.
Like we get so much that we have to pay off, so as though we can't even afford to store it anymore.
Right.
We had basically our own city, our own town.
Yep.
And they got burned down. Over in West Philly, when the brothers was trying to make their own stuff, they bombed the whole block for that.
Ooh-wee. You talking about the move block or whatever they call it? You know what I'm saying?
So it's what they do is they starve us out to where as though we need them. And then they send what do you call it? The nice little old Becky's and Ted and Ernest's and
just think about how Kensington was years before white people tried to move in.
Come down.
Yeah, saying think of how it was before white people tried to move in. You're saying you probably wasn't born yet, but Kensington used to be okay.
Yeah.
There was a time Ephraim ruled Kensington without the heroin over there. Just so you know. I did my research. There was a time. You know what I'm saying? Ephraimites ruled, and then it was no drugs over there. And now you see what? Gentrification?
Yes.
Gentrification over there? But nah, then you think back into the crack epidemic. Why would a brother sell crack to his own people? He was starving. Poverty.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Keep going with the scripture, though, warrior.
Slaggy.
I was at verse 13. Verse 13, Salakia, verse 14. Salakia, verse 13. To what end thereof shall we live any longer? Verse 14. Then Mattathias and his sons rent their clothes.
Just go to 15.
Verse 15. And the man, while the king's officers, such as compel the people to revolt, but come into the cities. What's that city?
Where you at? Where you at? Yeah, 15.
To make sacrifice. To make some sacrifice.
More than?
Mine.
Yep, go ahead.
To make them sacrifice.
Salakia. What was that?
Read from the top.
Yeah, read from the top, because I was sleeping.
Verse 15. Verse 15. In the meanwhile, the king's officers, such as compel the people to revolt, come into the city modern to make them sacrifice.
Oh my God. So he made the people revolt into the city of Modin to make them a sacrifice. The sacrifice wasn't to the Most High. The sacrifice was to the evil, it's like an evil, the heathen gods. Keep going.
Verse 16. And when many of Israel came unto them, Mattathias also and his sons came together. Verse 17. And they answered, then answered the king's officers and said to Mattathias.
So this is happening, right? They making this paper like, yo, we're gonna go to this altar and give an offering to these Greek gods. And Mattathias and his sons, strong brothers. Keep going.
On this wise, thou art a ruler.
You said, say it again.
On this wise, thou art a ruler. And an honorable and great man in this city. And strengthened with sons and brethren.
They describing Mattathias, right? They saying he's a strong and starch man. He got sons, he got brethren. I mean, what? People follow him. He's a natural born leader.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That is every man in I.S.U.P.K.
That's right.
Keep going.
Verse 18. Then Mattathias answered and spake unto the loud voice. Though all the nations that are under the king domain obey him and fall away, everyone.
Wait, where we at again? 17?
King.
We on 17?
No.
18?
No.
Where we at? What verse we on?
That was slightly. I'm verse 18, slightly.
All right, there. Read it from the top.
Now, verse 18. Now, therefore, come the first and fulfill the king's commandments, like as all the heathens have done. Yea, and the men of Judah also, and such as remain at Jerusalem. So shalt thou in the number of the king's friends, and thou and thy children shall be honored with silver and gold.
He's telling Mattathias, yo, fulfill the king's commandment, sacrifice unto these heathen gods, you know what I'm saying? Get rewarded with gold. Now let's put that in today's terms. What is the pastors doing? We brought this out before, the abortions. How Margaret Singer wrote the letters to the pastors to teach abortion to their churches. You know what I'm saying? And that came with money. What did they give Martin Luther King to push the I Have a Dream? The white boys and black girls and black boys and white girls or whatever held hand in hand. What did they give Martin Luther King? Money. Gold and silver. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing new under the sun. Push Easter. Serve these other gods. Push Christianity to the black community. And you will be rewarded with gold and silver. Go ahead.
And many rewards.
Then Matthias answered and spoke.
So this strong man named Matthias, he answered and spoke, right? This man at the I.S.U.P.K, right? He spoke against Easter. He went out to camp on Saturday and said something. Go ahead.
Then Matthias answered and spake unto the loud voice.
He said something to these dumb behind pastors. He said something to these dumb behind celebrity leaders. He said something to Cardi B, Offset. Who's another leader that we got? TD Jakes. What's the leader of today? I can't even think. Am I getting old? What do the kids listen to?
Sexy Red.
Sexy Red. Kai Sanat. Like, he spoke against these people. Keep going.
Though all the nations that are under the dominion obey him,
right,
and fall away, everyone from their religion of their fathers, and give consent to his commandments.
He said, though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him and fall away, every one of from their religion of their fathers, man. The nation of Israel fell away from the religion of their fathers. We fell away from the way of our fathers. Keep going. They give consent to his commandments, meaning they acknowledge his commandments and they follow them. He told you to sacrifice it to their gods. Everybody did. They did. Right? That's what he's saying. Keep going. Though they did that. Keep going. Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 20. Yet I will and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of the house of our father.
That's what Commander Junior YAHANNA did.
That's right.
Though everybody walked away from this truth, though everybody wanted to go to the Christian church, though everybody wanted to go to the Muslim mosque and go worship a rock, go start their own damn LGBTQ Israelite group, he stood strong. He stood strong in the truth. He stayed with the forefathers taught. He stayed. He didn't drop his sword while those cowards did. Though everybody around him fell, he stood strong. And that is the spirit he gave every brother under him. To stand strong, regardless of the situation. Regardless if your family is still going to have that Easter Sunday dinner. Regardless if they're going to go to church, go celebrate a birthday, go celebrate whatever stinking holiday there is at the time of the year. You are still going to stand strong on your sword. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So basically, they let their colors fly.
They let their colors fly. My brother, is fresh on his mind. Hey, look at he got a flag to cover. Oh, my God. You know what I'm saying? They let their colors fly. Matthias didn't. You know what I'm saying? The spirit of Matthias is in this school. Huh? Yeah, but I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? Keep going. We about to clip it.
Verse 21. God forbid.
God forbid. What?
That we should forsake the law and the ordinance.
That's what Commander Jerry YAHANNA said.
Right.
God forbid I drop my sword.
Right.
God forbid I let my colors fly. God forbid I start following Easter, the Ramadan. That's what every brother said in this school. Every brother said, every sister said, God forbid I forsake what my forefathers sacrificed. With the covenant they made with the Lord. That's what those cowards do. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm too stubborn for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm too stubborn to give up the ways of my forefathers because maybe they knew something that I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
God, verse 22. We will not hearken to the king's word.
We ain't gonna listen to the damn king because he's sinning against our God. He's telling me to sin against our God. Keep going.
God, to go from our religion.
to go for my religion. I will not celebrate Easter just because you said so, Pastor. Pastor Holy Hands. I will not go to Ramadan just because you did 25 years in jail and now I'm supposed to listen to you because you read a couple books. Go ahead.
Either on the right hand or the left hand or the left on the altar shall slacken.
Go to 23. I want to get to the point.
Now when he had left speaking words, these there come one of the Jews.
Right.
In the sight of the sacrifice.
In sight of all to sacrifice. Meaning what? After Mattathias spoke his piece and everybody was all inspired, you know what this dumb Negro did? You know, this Stephen A. Smith. What's the dude that had the podcast and Cat Williams was on it? The football player.
The football player.
He was a football player.
He was a football.
He be having a podcast now that be going lit. I can't think of his name. He real famous now. He off a podcast. He used to be with the white bull on the sportscaster.
Oh, you talk about oh man,
I can't think of his name. Brothers like him, you know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying? Shannon Sharp, you know what I'm saying? You got P. Diddy's, you got Jay-Z's. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go ahead and sacrifice. Go ahead, read. I can't even give it away. Go ahead.
And sacrifice on the altar which was at Median.
So they would give up their own culture to please the oppressor. They would give up their own people. And you know how, and this is heavy. And we got to start pushing this. This is how you're supposed to look at your damn drug dealers. Because this is exactly them. They would sacrifice their own people to please the damn slave master. You know what I'm saying? And you read on to the story, Mattathias slain. He took down that damn sellout. He killed that damn sellout on that same altar he wanted to disrespect. You know what I'm saying? That is what the men of the I.S.U.P.K is. I can't say that. I don't want the feds coming in. But that is what the I.S.U.P.K is willing to stand on. You will not steer our people astray while we still breathe. And that is why we go on them street corners. And that is why we teach class on the internet, on the airwaves. Because we stand for something greater than you and I. You know what I'm saying? And with that, we're at I.S.U.P.K, started on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? Not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group. Standing on that. We are the original. You know what I'm saying? Next feast day is Feast of Unleavened Bread, the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Come in here, get your feast on with your brothers and sisters, man. The only safe haven you got in this world under the rulership of Trump and the oppressor, man. And with that, shalom.